Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Nash Vegas Paracord. Hope you enjoyed the chainmail bracelet that we made last time. Today we're not going to do a paracord project, but we're going to work on what I call my all-weather, all-purpose fire starters. It's real simple, easy to do, and let's get started with it, shall we? Go. Okay, to do this craft, with the exception of one thing, you pretty much have everything lying around your house that you're going to need to do this. That's a cardboard egg carton. Don't get the styrofoam ones because they just don't work. They melt when you pour the hot wax into them. Laundry lint, a candle, but the only thing you may want to buy is a melt pot, or if you've got an old saucepan that you don't use anymore, you could use that to melt your wax in. About the laundry lint, what I do is every time I do the laundry, I will save the lint, put it in the melt pot. When the melt pot gets full of lint, that's my sign that it's time to make some fire starters. So it's real easy. The first step we want to do is we want to take the egg carton, open it up, and we want to take laundry lint, and we're going to fill each of the egg compartments with that. Okay, so we're going to open up our egg carton. We're going to take some of our laundry lint, and we're going to stuff it down into each one of these containers on the carton. You can't put enough lint in each one because the lint is the whole key to these fire starters. You always hear people talking about dryer fires. Well, the reason why is because this stuff is really, really flammable. This makes a good, hot, fast fire. And the more you put in, the better off your fire starter is going to work. All the wax does is the wax is a coating around it to keep the moisture out. And if you were out in the rain, you just get your fire going on it just long enough to melt a little bit of the wax till the lint catches on, and basically you've got what I want to call a super candle. I've lit one of these out in the rain before. It burned a good hot fire for at least 10 to 15 minutes. First time that my lighter touched it, off it went. So we're just going to continue and fill up the container. Like so. Make sure that we've got it all good like that. Then the last thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and put this on a cookie sheet, because when you pour your wax, the wax does have a habit of leaking out, and if you put it on your countertops and you're going to be sitting there picking wax off the countertops and a lot of work, it's just a lot easier to put it on a cookie sheet and get it done. So let's move on to the next step of melting our candle. Okay, so now we're ready to melt our candle. So I've put my melt pot directly on the stove, turned it on to high. I'm going to let that heat up. And if you look in the melt pot, you see I have wax from the last time I did a project. That's okay. I went to the store, bought me just a cheap candle. Cost me all of $3. I'm going to take the candle, stick it in the melt pot, and it'll take a few minutes for it to get hot and start to melt. So as soon as the candle melts, we'll come right back. Okay, so it's been right at 10 minutes. And as you can see, the candle is all melted, and I've got me a nice melting pot full of wax. Please remember, this is very, very hot. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to come over here, and you are going to start pouring. And you're just going to basically pour all the way across. You get everyone full. Remember, this laundry lint is just like a sponge. It's going to soak up the wax. So you really can't put enough wax on these things. And remember that the goal of the wax is more of a weatherproofing sealant. So the more you put on, the more waterproof your lighters will be. So once you do that, and if you have any left over, just leave it in your melting pot, put it on a cool eye, let it harden. You can reuse it next time, no biggie. So now all we're going to do is we're just going to sit and wait and let these cool down. That'll be a couple hours, and then we'll do the final step. Okay, so now we've let everything cool and everything's good. So the last step you want to do is you just want to take a pair of shears, and I've already cut one, but you just want to take a pair of shears. You just want to cut out along the egg carton, pull it apart, repeat, and you have made a dozen fire starters. At the end of the video, I'll show you where I tested one out when I went camping. I hope you enjoy this. If you do, please hit like. Also, hit subscribe to my page so when I add some new videos, you'll know. And everybody have a great day. So here we have a campfire ready to go. And we're going to take one of the fire starters that we made. And we're going to put it up here. Like so. And we're going to get the cigarette lighter. Get a little bit of kindling up here on it. And that's all that we need to start a campfire with. And here, just a few short minutes after I had started the fire starter, we've got a nice roaring campfire.